Hunting is a way of life here in Wisconsin. Our own Emily Deem spent some time with the family, keeping the tradition of hunting alive. She's outside on our weather deck. You were up really early this morning, weren't you?
Yeah, and my alarm went off at 12:30 this morning. Let's just say it wasn't very pleasant, but my camera guy Chris and I, we were on the road at 2 a.m. heading to Crivitz. That is where the Allen family, who are from Green Bay, will be hunting for the 2012 gun deer season. They've been doing it for years. Here's a picture I snapped earlier this morning of the gang. That's before they headed off to the woods, headed for their deer stands. But earlier this morning, I caught up with father and son, Scott and Jim, who have been hunting together for many, many years. Take a look. It is just after 4 this morning for the opening weekend of the 2012 gun deer season, and we are out here in the hunting lodge of the Allen family. This place is gorgeous. I have Scott and Jim Allen here with me, father and son, been hunting together for 30 years, and they're heading out this morning. Good morning to both of you. Let's start with you, Scott. This hunting lodge you have. You both together have land, about 40 acres that you hunt on, and for 20 years now you've been keeping a log of what you've seen out there. Why do you do that?
We just do it. It's nice to sit around and look back at the years, what year we had the best luck and what the weather was, what our opening day weather was, and just kind of to make predictions of what this year's going to be like.
Well, we have the year 95 that's open here, and from the looks of it, you saw 178 deer. Throughout how long of a period of time?
We always used to hunt about 8 days. We would go home for Thanksgiving, and that was throughout the whole season. And we sit pretty much from sunrise to sunset. So it's the whole day long with 3 of us in a stand or 4 of us in a stand, all the deer we saw.
Jim, what was like your most memorable year so far? I know you've been hunting for many years, but you were telling me something about your grandkids that was really special to you.
Well, it was that to see my grandkids get their first deer. And it happened to be both of them that got bucks, and that was the neatest thing there was. One of the things is they shot their deer, and then I was in the woods with them in a different stand, and then they called me on the phone and told me to go to where the deer was. They'd meet me there, but they weren't there. I was the first one to the deer because they wanted me to see the deer, me by the deer first.
That is to be something pretty special.
Right, it was.
And this, what are you hoping for this year? I know 2008 was a really special year because your daughter Emily, what happened that year?
Yeah, that was the year we had a youth hunt, and my daughter Emily, that was her first year hunting after taking hunter safety, and she shot a nice 8-point buck out of the stand up there, and it was pretty neat.
I think that's awesome. You know, this is such a family thing, wouldn't you say, to bring everybody together. And, you know, we have father and son here, but your son is actually still sleeping upstairs. We got to wake him up. And then your nephew Noah is out here too, and that's his first year, is that right?
Yes, this will be Noah's first year sitting in the stand. He took hunter safety this year also, and he's going to come in the stand with us this year to see what it's all about.
So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce you to them as well, but we're going to head into the living room and take a look at all of those mounts that are up there. We're going to tell you about how Scott got those coming up. So obviously, Noah and Paul were still sleeping. I mean, it was 4 in the morning. Right when I walked in the door, Scott said to me, "Emily, you're nuts." I got in the door at about 3:15, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, it's the morning show. We got to get here early." So coming up, we're going to show you all those mounts. We're going to go into the living room, and I'm going to be on the weather deck because when we were up in Crivitz, it's just way too north. We couldn't get a signal. But I'm here. We're going to tell you about the Allen family. And right now, Doug is going to tell you about
I'm going to slide in, but I'm not wearing my blaze orange.
I'm sporting that.
But you're
sporting the leather.
Safety first here.
Definitely.
Because people can see you with that. With this, it could be in danger. You never know. Wear that blaze orange if you're going to be near the woods, folks. Let's take a look at their 7-day forecast. And the hunters, well, they're dealing with some fog this morning and some frosty conditions. It's rather cool. But by the afternoon, sunshine will come out about 50 degrees for a high. So kind of unusually warm. We'll hit 52 tomorrow at very similar conditions to today, hopefully minus the fog. And then a chance for some showers on Monday. Rather mild all the way through Thanksgiving. More to come here on Good Day Wisconsin.